How's everybody? Pretty good, I hope. So you're probably saying, what's he have this up here? Shout out to the Associated Press, by the way. But, before I get in anything, and I pray, I wanted to just let some people know how I feel, what my stance are. You're probably saying, what's the Latin American Music Awards? What's Pitbull doing up there? You'll find out in a minute. Obviously, this show's about quality over quantity, and right now, what I want everybody to do, I'll wait a couple more minutes and then you understand. Jason B, MRE Elderly Daycare says Skip. Hey, yo, I wasn't going to do this show, but a lot of people ask me, man, what's the difference between quality and quantity, right? And when I see this drama going on and being that my parents are immigrants, right? Hey, how you doing? I feel that Bobby Barbarian, Teresa Baby, I feel that it's my obligation, to let you guys see, what the real deal is. Like I said, shout out to the Associated Press, fair use. And this is under the time frame anyway, but just pay attention, people.
Guys, don't ever forget that immigrants built the United States of America. Forget that guys, don't ever forget that immigrants built the United States of America.
Fair use. I got to do that one more time. Please, people, it's the truth. I hate all this immigrant talk. My parents are immigrants. One more time. Hold on. I can't hear it. None of us should be able to ever judge anybody at any given time. Never. Okay. So this is the truth, people.
Guys, don't ever forget that immigrants built the United States of America.
Fair use. Associated Press. Check them out.
And with that said, we got to stay strong and we got to fight so that the United States of America stays the United States of America, not the divided states of America.
See, that's what it's about. Let me play it back for you. Not division. My parents come from Italy. A lot of people's parents, immigrants, family members. Some of you are immigrants.
Guys, don't ever forget that immigrants built the
fair
United
use.
States of America.
Associated Press. Check them out. Listen, guys, I'm going to play one more time how he breaks it down. Just pay attention.
And with that said, we got to stay strong and we got to fight so that the United States of America stays the United States of America, not the divided states of America.
Now, guys are probably saying, well, why, what is my issue? What does that have to do with quality and quantity? Well, obviously, as a nation, the United States has shown that we can pretty much stand alone, that we do our things our way. We don't have to conform. Yeah, we have a lot of faults. We went through a lot, but immigrants, this whole nation is of immigrants. We've all come here. Jesse, how you doing? Arthur, what's up, brother? So to me, quality over quantity, look, it's not rocket scientists. What up, brother? Hope you having a blessed day. M. Soretti, don't be smacking people in your car. No, all right, so quality over quantity. So if you got 100 dudes, right, and you're in some kind of faction of anything, or even if you have a business and you have 100 people, if you have 10 guys that put more, 5 guys that put more, or girls, whatever, put the time and the effort in, more than 100, I believe that can happen. I mean, quality is definitely the number one. Because with quality comes respect, with manners, and that's what some of these people on here fail to realize. The jokes about the immigrants and people saying stuff, That's just not cool, because immigrants came. Think of that, what they did. They broke away from what they thought, that life. They've come here. Now, there's some bad immigrants, definitely. There's a lot of bad and everything. But to come here, take that journey, that travel by yourself, leaving everything because you believe the quality that you had, or your little family that you had, what that quality could bring to the United States of America, wherever immigrants go and travel, it's the truth. Kingston. So I give a lot of credit to them. Yeah, there you go. Came into New England. My mother traveled 9 days to Ellis Island. My father was refugee status because after World War II, when they invaded Italy, my father was young. My grandfather had 4 fishing boats and property, and the government blew it all up. So you have people that really believe in this. Like even on here, I think on here, this side over here, there's way tighter circle, way better people, not that much. And a lot of people here, this is what I like about everybody over here, because you can still stand with them, right? And still just like what I'm trying to get away from the drama and everything. Yeah, pilgrims were immigrants. Trying to get away. Can you hear me? I know I'm not muted. It's probably you, bro. But what people don't realize in a nutshell, right, is that all of us come from immigrants, all right? And the fact that people have to point that stuff out, look, it's just like MC clubs, right? Or a big corporation. Who do they pick? They pick the best, right? Not necessarily putting people, yeah, well, when you have a resume and you're going for a certain job, that will separate the person who's overqualified and with the best experiences versus the person who never did. So if you have an MC club and you have 100 guys versus 10, 20 good guys, I'd rather have 10, 20 good guys. People standing on their own doing things. Just like over here, everybody backs everybody up here. People don't go after kids over here. A lot of guys over here really have religion. Nikki Blade is one of them. Like, people don't know him, whatever. It's my boy, Soulflow, faith guy. I am. Max got it. I'm sure a lot of people on the other side, but if you look at the comments on them people and what they say, right? See, the problem is because they believe in quantity over there. They think strength in numbers. No, man. There's way less probably here, but way much more with heart and mentality and education and seriousness and respectfulness. I mean, yeah, people fight back, but it's always been that way. It's quality, the quality of a person. You don't want some dude that's just because he's an able-bodied to be next to you. No, somebody has to bring something to the table, right? Especially when you're trying to, could be a street thing, could be a business, could be, I don't know, you're opening a freaking car wash and you got, say, I don't know, 4 people working there, right? And you got 3 of them suck, but you got one guy that comes in on a Saturday and helps you out, and he does the work of all 3 of them. I want that guy. That's the guy I want to hire, And a lot of people say, well, what does that matter? Because if you're not in, what do you need strength in numbers? No, because it matters a lot. Because if you have people over here with less, I do believe that they believe strength in numbers over there. And that's what the problem is. And the biggest problem over there between them and over here is the fact that, and look, I can talk about it without getting vicious, they don't have any self-esteem, self-awareness. Like, they don't recognize what they say and do. The thing over here is everybody does. Oh, Canadian jail war stories. I want to get with you, man. Get my number off Cuzzo. I like what you did on that thing, but the clothing's still good to the 31st. But I want to talk to you about it because I'm going to do a whole show about that. But I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the support. So it's just like a prison gang, right? Some of these guys come on here, they talk prison, they know prison, they know prison. It's easy to see that's where the quality of life gets interrupted. Even like when these dudes in the street are ping-ponging these kids off the street to get involved in shit. You're not necessarily looking for the smartest and the brightest. You're looking for anybody willing to execute that plan, right? People who just a lot of people in most senses, when it's quantity over quality, a lot of people don't have that capability mentality to, you know, I feel like that yeah, straight up fight an army alone. See what when you look for me, and I'm speaking on me, if you have God in your life, people like us who believe in faith, I don't fear no man but God, and I take him with me. And that's who that's who I like. Soflo always says he never be in a gang because he couldn't be he had to be the leader. Me, like that's my leader. That's the club I'm in, that's the gang I'm in. And there's nothing wrong with people. What's up, Maverick? People being their own selves. Don't go out there and just think that you're gonna be this knucklehead run around and you're gonna go out there disrespectfully and think quantity. Oh, we got numbers. Yeah, every time I've seen people do that, it's failed. You don't believe? Look at every dynasty that's ever tried to do it. Look at every war. When people put people together, they thought quantity. No, it's quality. And quality starts within. You work with yourself first. You make it a solo platform. Yeah, there's really no situation. I could talk a little bit about it, Kingston. People said I didn't own it. I do. Well, I do. Well, now, I'm actually in the process of getting rid of it to, maybe selling it. And these people will take over. They can do what they want with it. I wish them the best of luck. Oh, thank you. My dad had a bad day. He's not doing too good. I heard he's on a ventilator. So Kingston, I don't want anything to do with that street shit no more. Number one. Number two, nothing at the guys that I'm selling it to, but there is certain people that I just don't even want to get into that. But I am going to show that I owned it, and I'm going to show what happened. So nobody said I didn't own it. I'm lying. Yeah, now and I won't promote it after December 31st. I won't even look. I wish everybody luck, but to me, what I'm trying to do is prove, even with just this show, like you don't need a lot of things to make you get by in life, whether it's material, whether it's physical things, whether it's just people around you or, somebody just telling you what you want to hear. No, have quality, because with quality, and look for that, you're always going to make the best decision for you and your family. And a quality-based decision is way better than a quantity. I mean, think about it. When you go into the supermarket, right? The only time quantity is really a problem is now, when the economy is the way that it is. Hey, Mimo, you go in there and the shelves are bare. Yeah, that's quantity. We need that. But in personal life, direction, lead, even as a youth coach, I teach my kids to don't ever follow nobody's lead. Do your own thing. And I had a lot of guys growing up that were in the life, literally in the life, steered me away because I am 100% Italian. My cousin worked. His brother was a biker, and they didn't want me to do that. And that was quality guys because they wanted better for me. Excuse me. They wanted better. So even on this YouTube, I believe that quality will always prevail. See, look, quality doesn't mean you're better than somebody or this person's bad. What it means is that when you're a quality of a person, you'll definitely be respectful. You'll be happy. You'll be what's up, Anna? You just everything in general. Everybody, it's like, let me ask you a question. If you're looking to buy something, say you need socks, right? I'll make it this easy for you. And I love you too, honey. So you go to get some socks. Stormy. So look, so now I go in the store to get socks, and I see about 30 pair for like, anyway, you get 30 pair cheaper than 10 pair, and 10 pairs of better quality sock. Now, if you save the money, you know you're going to spend it later because the 30 pair of socks, they're not going to last past 2 weeks or a month. Then you'll be back again. So if you get 10 pairs or 6, 12, whatever, and they last, that's the whole difference. That's quality over quantity. Yeah, I don't know, Teresa Baby, who that was. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I don't even worry about money, man. I'm the message I'm trying to do, I'm trying to build something from scratch right here. I'm basically starting over, you know. But I mean, even what do you tell your kids? You tell your kids the quality's better, go hang out with a bunch of knuckleheads or find one or two good friends. Just like they tell us, what's the old adage? You're lucky when you get to my age if you can name 5 people in your hand, which eliminates quantity and brings in quality. Because you probably were like this, right? And now you're at 1, 2. Now you got 2 or 3. Hey, you're entitled to feel any way you feel, as long as you're respectful and you're doing that. You should feel free to do whatever you want, go wherever you want, spend money with whoever you want. That's what this channel I'm trying to build on. I don't want to do the drama. I love them guys. They know it and I have their back. But for me, it's like I really am striving. That's one of the reasons with this clothing line. I didn't go to get rid of a clothing line because I was, something for 20 years. I'm really trying to get myself away from the street stuff. I never ratted. I never would. To each his own, whatever they do. Guys know how I feel about it for them, and it just is what it is. But for where I'm going to the next chapter, what's better? Me to have, again, quality, quantity. Where does it come in? If I'm coaching 100 kids and my message only resonates with 1 or 2, that's quality kid. That's quality right there versus quantity. Like, to us, the reason why it matters so much and people should be behind me on this journey is because your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, they're going to be in the street and they're going to be up against people who don't have any quality in their blood at all, just quantity, no one running around and doing this and doing that and looking for somebody else. When you worry about quantity, you're looking for somebody else to hold your hand. That's basically what it's about. And I've always been more like a stand on your own type. Yeah, don't ever feel that way. Seriously. And yes, this is a polo shirt and it's a real one. I know, like, they make fun of people's clothes. But I don't know. I just thought people asked me what I feel about quality and quantity. And I think quality is a good, it's just great to have that. Did you tell him? I'm sure he would talk to you about that. I think you guys can work that out if you feel like it. If I can, let me know. I can try to facilitate something. FBS a good dude. He's understanding. I don't know what happened though, so I'm totally naive to. I don't know, but you let me know whatever I can do. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it. So much other stuff. I've been busy with my dad. It's another thing too. Like my son, he's 15. He's going to start really performing now and doing his thing with his entertainment. So I have to watch everything I do too. So the quality and quantity. Matter of fact, let me show you this. I'm not great at this, but I am learning. Here we go. Hold on. might have it. All right, hold up. I think it's this guy. Let me see. By the way, guys, this is so I don't get hit with a big ass privacy strike. This is Curtis. Let me see again. Hold on. Yeah, Curtis King TV, guys, at YouTube. Just check it out.
A question for you.
What are your thoughts on quantity versus quality in the sake of being faster instead of quality over quantity?
There you go. Fair use.
In the very beginning, it was quality over everything else. The pros of that quality over quantity was that I felt like I had given it enough time and care so that when it went out into the general public, there would be no confusion about what.
See, when you give quality, you don't have to worry about people just doing quantity just for the numbers and not putting appreciation into it.
My goal was. Some of the cons
Fair
that
use.
I found out was that it was slowing me down, and I had so many ideas I wanted to launch on, but I was always being held back by perfectionism. There is no perfection.
Well,
At
that's
some point,
different.
perfectionism becomes a word we use in place of fear. Fear that it's not good enough. Fear that it could be better.
People who consume your art, consume your music, they have a different why for listening to your music than you have for creating your music.
It's just like a podcast. People listen to your podcast, you know, because of they like you versus they don't like somebody else. But, you know, I do believe that I like to listen to people who have different opinions. That's what I'm trying to show here. Like, we don't, a lot of things I do agree with this guy. And fair use, Curtis King TV.
You may be thinking in your mind, I got to make sure I put out a mass amount of quantity so I can stay in front of these people's faces and I can always be on their mind. In their eyes, they could say, if it wasn't for this one release, I would have never even thought to dig through this person's collection of songs. Quality is subjective. And that goes for the more that you're adding to that one song or that one beat, trying to make it the most quality possible.
See, what he's talking about is perfection. Quality is knowing you're putting out something good, whatever it is, you're giving your best. Versus quantity is worrying about putting out so much. You know, you're worried about supply and demand versus supplying somebody just with quality. Demand, you know, but I like his opinion. Curtis King TV.
Possible. While you're doing that, you're not directing that energy in other pieces of content that could potentially get on the radar. The person with quantity is going to be seen more, talked about more, shared more, engaged with more. That's just the name of the game. Instead of saying, damn, every single video has to be quality.
See, he feels quality in this genre would, you know, he has a different take on it.
What about just making the message quality? If you show up on a
See, there you go. He's back to quality though, isn't he?
Android video phone, I
Fair
hope you don't
use.
show up in like an old school
Curtis King
Android.
TV.
It's not quite the best quality, but that thing that you're
Go check
talking
him
about,
out.
your conviction within your tone, these are things that are quality that you can distribute in quantity. Think about the way that we consume movies.
Oh, what did he say? You can things that are quality, but you can distribute in quantity. Fair use, Curtis King
Television
TV.
shows. You get an app and pay $15 a month and have access to more shows and more movies than you can humanly consume within the month of keeping that subscription. And then they add more every month, which means you'll never watch and get the most out of that particular experience. But that quantity is what's keeping you here. It's keeping.
See, it's keeping you here, but what he said was quantity had to at least have quality enlisted. You know what? We agree to disagree, but he makes a good point.
Your attention on that
Curtis
app. That
King
is your
TV.
same responsibility as a rapper and or music producer. You must
Or
show
podcaster.
up in quantity, and you must focus on the message being of quality. And I think that that is the formula.
Okay, well, that's what he feels. He feels that, you know, you can do a little bit more with that. He feels quantity, but is filled with quality. Where's this other guy? I had this guy explain it so good. I think it's this one. Hold on, yeah.
It's always
Wait, Gary V video.
Tricky with my advice to artists because I want more volume, and artists can run like they don't want to dilute it. They want it to be like like I have empathy, but I know it's right because the
See, what he's saying is the artists get confused because they're worrying about the quantity, right? But he's saying it's right, meaning it has that quality. Once the quality is there, then it can be a quantity. But if you're looking for quantity first over quality, no, it'll never work. It'll never get through anything that way. Thinking, whether it's in the physical, whatever situation you're in or who you're around, it has to be quality. I'm telling you.
Here's what people don't understand with volume. They remember the hits, they forget the other shit. You don't have the potential to suck. You understand that, right?
Gary V. See, but what he says though is they remember the hits. What is a hit? A hit is wrapped in quality. Fair use, Gary V TV.
But do you understand what I mean? Like if I was like, yo, you have to put out 100 songs in a row, your weakest one of those 100, in my opinion, isn't going to be weak enough to fuck you up. And the upside of 100 fucking at-bats, I believe in that shit. And then collaborations, like.
Okay, well, he believes in that, and that's fine. And I respect that. But the thing is, though, you can't have, when you produce quantity, you won't release it until it has quality. Well, let me get to this chat. Hold on. I know it was up here with Teresa. Okay. Oh, I seen this. Let me get down there. King Tonga, what's up, brother? April Redrum, I hope you're well. You're always welcome. Even if you don't like me, come by, say hi. I'll never, it's all love over here. This is the civility channel. Now, God bless you and your family, Trees. Oh, yeah, Jesse. Oh, something's going. They're talking in the chat. Spiky. I do have a show coming up. I have a guy coming on, a biker who's he's a preacher, actually. He's gonna be doing a thing with me. Cindy B, how you doing? You got Miss Can't Be Wrong. Hey, look, just whatever you want, as long as you're doing it respectfully. See, that's the thing over here. We don't really like people, everything, do this, do that. No, man, be yourself. We're all adults over here. Nobody should have to feel any way other than the way they want to feel. And that's another thing I feel too. A lot of times with quantity, you don't always have the best quality. See, I'm trying to draw a distinction. That's what I'm saying. Quality. See, look, Miss Can't Be Wrong. What I'm saying is these guys that talk about quantity, yeah, but they're saying quantity once you build the quality. You need quality. You can't do nothing with else. I'd rather have one car. Seriously. Yeah, I will. I'll give you a call, Anna. Anyway, so what I was saying, my son's just coming back right now. They were at a big game. I was there too. I had to leave and then get back and make sure my old man was okay. Yeah, nobody's being disrespected. That's the good thing over here. Everybody can do what they want, be who they want to be, say what they want to say. There's no disrespect. There is some of that. I mean, you have it. There's people who are going to do what they do, but the majority time is people sticking up for themselves. And again, when you have quantity without quality, you have a recipe for disaster. And you know what? That is a real recipe for disaster, because that's what you get over there. You get put all this quantity together, a bunch of people who really don't understand life, because if they did, they wouldn't talk and say the stuff that they did. But who cares? They all look dumb. I really do. I feel that. Yeah, nobody. I don't even know what's going on, but yeah, we could always try to get that straightened out, whatever you feel, you know.
I'm going to practice.
Oh, figures, you know. See, this is the difference. My son comes in now. He's got to go. He wants to go to practice now, so I got to take him. So we're going to be late. So I'm going to give myself another 5 minutes over here. This was just to show like what it's about. I broke it down. I proved it to you. What we learned in this podcast is you can't have quality, right? Quantity without any bit of quality. You can't at all. Yeah, I mean, after today, all the stuff go. Yeah. Listen, my son's calling. I gotta go take him. I'll be back in the morning. I love all you guys. Remember one thing: stay blessed, not stressed. And the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Dear God, Heavenly Father, thank you for this podcast. Bless everybody in the world, Lord, who's going through some crazy stuff. Let them realize quality is within: respect, humbleness, kindness. Love you, Lord. Watch over the young to the old, veterans to the inmates. Put your hands on their heart, arms around them, and anybody suffering who's upset, and everybody in here and their families, even the enemies. Watch over them. In your name we pray. Guys, I hate to cut it off, but I got to get going. I'll see you in the morning. God bless. You know, when the kids call, you got to run. Plus, I want to get up to the field. Stormy, God bless all you. I mean that. Seriously, God bless.